Well, good morning, Potter's House family. I'm here with another word from the Word for you. This is from Matthew 18, starting in verse 7, where it says this: Woe to the world for temptations to sin, for it is necessary that temptations come, but woe to the one by whom the temptation comes. And if your hand or your foot causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It's better for you to enter life crippled or lame than with 2 hands or 2 feet to be thrown into the eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It's better for you to enter life with 1 eye than with 2 eyes be thrown into the hell of fire. So Jesus here says something very interesting. The second part about avoiding sin and all of that, I kind of expect, right? But there's something very interesting that Jesus says here right at the beginning, where he says, for it is necessary that temptations come. And that's something that's really interesting to me, because my desire and my wish would be, Jesus, if you could just take all the temptations away, that would make it a lot easier. If we just didn't have to be tempted with stuff, then we probably wouldn't fall into sin and life would be a lot easier. But for whatever reason, in God's infinite wisdom and his purposes, in our fallen world, Jesus says that it is necessary that temptations come. That it is something that is needed, that has to happen. Then he does go on to warn us about these temptations and how bad sin is. And you see, if we just take this verse by itself without the rest of Scripture, we can easily fall into thinking, yeah, what's required is for me to be perfect. What I need to do is I need to acquire perfection on my own. That's what's needed. And yes, that is what's needed if it weren't for Jesus, if it weren't for the grace of the gospel of what he did on the cross for us, where he paid the price for us for all of those times where our eyes have caused us to sin, where our hands have caused us to sin, where our feet have caused us to sin. Jesus sacrificed his whole life, his whole body. He died because of our sin. And it's in light of that we then say, yeah, sin is serious, and we don't want to walk in it anymore. And so we do want to avoid it at all cost. And so this has been your word from the Word for today. Hope it's an encouragement to you.